the nectar of the gods here. Good stuff. Dudes, dudettes, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to grow your chest, and I mean like going from B's to C's kind of thing. So stick around if you want to learn more. So to kick things off, we're going to first talk about some anatomy, and I think this is important to understand the pec fibers and to understand what the pec actually does, because this will make the exercise selection and the order more important. So first we have the pectoralis major. This is some of the stuff that the pec major does. And when you're looking at the pec major, you want to break it into three separate divisions. So we have the clavicular division, we have the sternal division, and we have the costal division. And this is just the way that the fiber orientation runs. So a lower angle, more of a mid angle, and then more of like an upper angle for more of like that upper chest. And then underneath the pec major, we have the pectoralis minor, which is a triangular shaped muscle, and that is going to do some of these actions here, and you will target that with a lot of your pressing movements. Okay, so now for the fun part, we're going to talk about what exercises to pick and how to structure your chest workout. So if you're wanting to pick an exercise to target more of the clavicular fibers of the chest, so kind of more of that upper chest, I like to do a low incline variation. I like to do a lower angle, and with this I'm focusing on keeping my shoulders depressed, pulling them down towards my hips, and trying to keep that sternal angle up, just to keep as much emphasis on my chest as I can. Next, I will do some sort of flat dumbbell movement or flat pressing movement, and with this I'm focusing on keeping my shoulders pulled towards my hips, keeping that sternal angle up. And I am going to be utilizing a little bit of leg drive here just to have tension through my full body, so I am going to be stable when I'm pressing. Okay, so then we have the costal fibers. That's going to be more of that lower scoop. To target that area, you're going to want to do some sort of decline press or a dip variation, and this will target more of that lower scoop of the chest. I would say though too that you will be hitting that lower scoop on your flat presses and your incline presses too, but if you want to get more specific and target that tissue directly, you can utilize a decline or a dip to do so. Okay, so one of like the last movements that I really think is like the bread and butter of chest training is going to be some sort of fly. If you're doing this after all of your pressing work, so an incline, a flat, and a decline or a dip, I like to utilize a machine fly, and the reason for this is it's stable. You're able to focus on just stretching the chest out, targeting that target tissue, and really working at like a higher end of effort, right? If you were to utilize something like a cable fly, it's gonna be a little bit harder because you have to stabilize more. So again, it just depends on how far into the workout this is, and that'll obviously dictate which movement you're gonna be picking. So there's a ton of research showing that you should put emphasis on the stretched portion of your pressing movements. I would say that obviously this is very important, but we don't want to get lost in the weeds trying to optimize things so much that we forget about the fundamentals and basics, right? We want to get really good at these movements. We want to do them frequently. We want to progress them through load and challenge them through a full range of motion. A big component of this too is going to be recovery, right? We can optimize all of these things or try to optimize the order of a workout, but if we aren't recovering well, we're not going to be seeing the progress we want to be seeing. So it's really important to always take a very individualized approach to anything that you're doing, but especially if you're wanting to grow your chest, having something tailored to you specifically that'll help you get to your desired goal. When I first started lifting, I was kind of confused. I was looking at all of these sources online and seeing very like contradictory statements, right? I was seeing something expressed by somebody, but then I was seeing something expressed by somebody else, and they didn't really make any sense. Nothing really lined up. So the goal of the channel is I'm wanting to give you guys good information. I'm wanting to break down these complex topics into content and information that just makes sense. I want you to be able to take this information and like apply it today, or take it to your next session and apply it then and there. That's what this is all about. It's about learning, but it's also about like direct application. And that's how you get better at these things, is just by practice and repetition over time. I hope that this video was helpful, and if there's any other videos you really want to see, let me know in the comment section, and I will make sure that I'm making videos for you guys so that way we can keep building this community up and have you guys get jacked, but also understand things on more of a educational level and take some things away. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you're new to the channel, like or dislike if you don't like it, and share with a friend or you're gonna have small calves, I think.